Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is an inspired black and yellow look by the beautiful Nicole from Instagram. She's my best friend and yeah, so I wanted to do this look inspired by her. So let's go ahead and get started. First we're going to start off with our brows. I'm using the Dip Brow Pomade by Anastasia Beverly Hills in the color Blonde. Naturally, because I don't think anything else or anything darker would look nice on me. Anyways, I basically just start kind of in the middle of my brow, and I use a small angled brush from London Soho, and I pretty much just start kind of in the middle of my brow, and I work it back, brushing them through. I'm still trying to get used to this product, so just bear with me while I do. My brows are probably going to look kind of ratchet for a while until I actually get used to using this product. I have a really bad tendency of using too much at one time, for instance on my tail. But anyways, the good thing about this is anytime I mess up, I can go in with concealer, which we will do in a second. And now I'm just using Benefit's Professional because this is the best primer ever invented. Like, it's the best thing since sliced bread. Literally. Anyways, I just popped that kind of in my T-zone to where all of my pores are so I can cover those up. And then that was the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and this is an e.l.f. concealer brush. I pretty much just go in and sculpt out my brows, fix any mistakes because I make a lot of them with that dip brow, and just kind of thinning them out because I also make them way too thick for me. And so yeah, I just go in and kind of sculpt them out, clean them up, you know, all that good stuff. Hide any zits that are there. And for sculpting out the brows, the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer is probably the best thing to use with that, because I can't, if the concealer is too thick, then it's too gloppy and it ends up covering up your actual brows, and then if it's too thin, it just ends up looking a hot mess. Now I'm going in and just priming my lids with the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, because you can't get a half a pump out of this pump, you can only get a full pump, so I have to use it because I don't want to waste any of it. So I pretty much just kind of put that all over my lids, just kind of blending everything out, and I use the Beauty Blender to kind of really blend it together, so that way I have an even coat of it. And then I also go ahead and do my under eye triangle because, like I said, you can only get a full pump out of this concealer, so you're kind of screwed, and I don't want it to go to waste, so yep. And if you're wondering about my contacts, I'm wearing Desio Eyes contacts in Innocent White. They don't seem too white on me, they're really blue for some reason, but that's okay because I still like them. And I put way too much chapstick on, so I'm like rubbing my lips a lot. And then I'm going to do one last final brush through. And we move on to the eyes. We're using the BH Hollywood palette. This is just one of those palettes that comes with like bronzers, highlighters, blushes, and then it comes with like 12 or 13 eyeshadows. And I'm just going in with the yellow shade on a MAC 217 brush. And if I were you, I would start off with a Milk Jumbo Pencil by NYX. I'm going to go back in with it here in a second, because if you can tell, it's not giving me that much good color payoff. I don't know what I was thinking. I just figured the concealer would be good enough, but obviously it's not. So basically I'm just packing this all over my lid, and I'm going ahead and going a little bit into my crease as well, just to kind of, because I'm going to be blending this color into the crease. This is the only eyeshadow we're going to be using. So yeah. Now I'm going to go ahead and find my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil, and I'm going to take my finger and kind of blot it on top, if I can ever get to that point. Oh, here we go. So yeah, I'm just blotting it on top just to kind of give me a more of a creamier base, so that way it does have something to stick to and it's a lot more pigmented. But like I said, go in with this before. Don't be a dummy like me and go in after. I totally just scratched my nose. So yeah, I'm just making sure that is blended out. And it's a little nub. I ordered a new one and it's actually in the mail on its way here now. I'm so excited. Now I'm going back in and that's much better. Do you see the color payoff, how much different it is? So basically I'm just patting the color on there so we can get really good color payoff. And then I'm going to start blending it into my crease. Because like I said, I'm going to go in with a little bit of a shadow later, but this is pretty much the only shadow we're using. So just make sure that we blend everything out. And then I'm using the Wet n Wild Mega Liner. I love this one because it goes on super glossy, but then it dries the mattest I've ever seen an eyeliner dry. So yeah, we're just going to focus on really making this wing because it's going to stand out. So we really want to make sure we get it straight and even and make sure there's no chunks or anything. So really take your time on your eyeliner, especially if you're doing something so bold like this. My cat is like freaking out and getting into stuff. She's messing up my eyeliner game. Joking. But yeah, just make sure you get everything even. Make sure you don't have one huge wing, one small wing. Obviously, wings are never going to be identical, but I mean, at least do your best. No pressure. And so, like I said, we're going to go in with a little bit of this like peachy kind of orange shade just to kind of go into our crease, just to kind of break up everything. It's still going to be super yellow, but you just kind of want to break everything up and make it a little bit something to blend into. And then I'm taking the Snow shade and the Buff shade from the Lorac Pro 2 palette just for our brow bone highlight, because normally I forget brow bone highlights. Thankfully I didn't forget it this time. I did in my last tutorial if you didn't notice. And this is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus, I believe, foundation. It's just a little sample cup. I'm just using that e.l.f. concealer brush just to kind of put it all over my face. And then I'm going to go in with a beauty blender and blend it all together. I don't know if you can hear my cat, but she's like making so much noises. God, can't you see I'm doing something? She's just like, I don't care. Anyways, back to the tutorial. We are going in with NYX HD concealer in Fair, and we're just going to use the brush that it came with. And the beauty blender. Like I said, doubling up on the concealer. And now this is the Dermablend Loose Powder in Dusk. And we are going to use the Beauty Blender because the Beauty Blender is my favorite thing to apply powders with. And we're just going to put this everywhere we put the concealer. And then to break up all the powder, oh my god, I'm going super fast. Oh my god, to break up the powder, I sprayed a little bit of Scandinavia spray from Urban Decay, the all-nighter one. And then this is the e.l.f. contour and blush kit, and I just used the bronzer. And because I know that, I'm pretty sure Nicole used the same set, I'm hoping, so I don't look like an idiot. So I just went ahead and used the blush that came with it. And this is on a Tulip blush brush from Real Techniques. And then this is the Kelly Osbourne Edition MAC eyeliner. Yeah, the smolder. Being super careful because, like you can tell, I have contacts in and I don't want to draw on them. So I'm just being super careful. I'm just trying to make sure that the line looks even and there's no white marks or clear marks or whatever. And then that was super fast. This is the Urban Decay lashes. I don't know the style. The box doesn't say what style they are, but they were the only ones at my Ulta that were that brand. And I forgot to put mascara on, so I'm going in with Kevyn Aucoin volumizing mascara. I got this in like a glossy box, so I'm just using it. And now I'm going to go in with my lashes. Oh my gosh, this is so fast. Okay. So yeah, you have to have eyelashes with this kind of a look because it's so simple yet it's so elegant. So yeah, you just kind of have to play around with it and make you can turn something as in one eyeshadow into something so perfect, which she was brilliant for making this look. Like literally, she was brilliant. And then I'm just going to go ahead and very, very lightly, because she didn't have anything on her lower lash line, so I'm just going to go in very, very, very lightly with some bottom mascara. And then we are sharpening our smolder eye pencil, so that way we can get rid of all of our eye germs off of it, because we're going to use it as a lip liner, because she did have black lips. And I'm sorry, this first portion is kind of cut off, but I do go in and fix it in a second. After I do my Hitler mustache on my top lip. And she has really gorgeous lips, so I tried to make mine the best I could, and I ended up looking like an Oompa Loompa or something. I have the tiniest lips ever. I can't pull off the Kylie Jenner look. Yay, I fixed the camera. For once in my life, I can actually film something correctly, and yet I'm still out of frame. Anyways, yeah. So basically, I can't pull off the Kylie Jenner overdraw my lips kind of situation. I suck at it. So after that, I'm going in with a Fergie black liner from Wet n Wild. And I pretty much just use a makeup brush because her lips were super glossy, but I didn't really want to put a gloss on this because that would basically ruin any of the glosses I have. So I just went in with a makeup brush and a little bit of this glossy black lipstick from Wet n Wild. So yeah, that is my finished look, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks.